What is up, CB 101? If you guys want this flow that's down here, just drop an emoji and my wonderful assistant Cherry will follow up and get you the link to it. So I want to talk about conditions today because you guys actually said that you wanted to learn more about some of these features. Sorry, you wanted to learn more about these features and more about how you guys can actually personalize your chatbots and how you can use them to convert more sales and how you can use them to convert more more leads, really, right? I find that a lot of business owners think that chatbots are spammy, right? That they're like a robot, that they customers and people aren't going to really enjoy watching or interacting with them, right? But what I've found is that chatbots are actually the complete opposite, right? If you can build a chatbot the right way, it can actually be way more interactive. It can actually be way more engaging. It can actually be a way better experience for your potential clients and for your potential customers than any other form of marketing. Remember, the stat I keep going back to is 41% of millennials do not have to talk to a single person in order to give the business money. So what that means is that if you do not have a way for a customer to get all the way through the sales process, or at least as far into the sales process as possible without them having to hop on a phone call or without them having to do anything, go anywhere, well, then if you're going to increase your funnel conversion. You're going to increase every step of the funnel because you're going to make it so much easier for people to take that next step, right? You always talk about in a funnel, trying to make it as frictionless as possible for you to actually have someone convert. And so what I want to show you, and let's just jump into it, right? And what I'm going to ask is that obviously this stuff is for you guys, and here this group is free. I had a paid program, but so many people were asking me to house my content in a group. So I have to be honest and transparent. In order for this group to be worth it, in order for this group to be worthwhile, we have to, you have to make sure that people are getting something out of it, right? And so in order for me to know that you guys are getting something valuable, I'm just going to ask that you vote with your thumbs, right? So either, even if you don't like it, if it's, if it makes you angry that I'm rambling and talking about nothing, let me know with your angry faces. But otherwise, let's dive into the topic, which is conditions. Now, notice this here, okay? Some of you guys have seen this, what I call a condition chain, and this is possible in Manychat. It's also possible over here in Chatfuel. And so what's really, really great about it is that you can send one message, right? This is one flow that has all of these different variations. And so it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different variations. And so if they fit this particular conditions, then it's going to send them this message in this flow. If not, it's going to give them this. And if they fit this, then it's going to send them this message in this flow. And then if they don't, well, it's going to ask them if they fit this, and it's going to send them that. And so what this does is it really allows you to create one message, one follow-up that goes out at the same time, and to have an individual conversation based off of where people are at. Let me show you in here, right? This here, it says video number. This is for our video series, right? And if you guys haven't got this video series and you guys want to experience what this is like for yourself, just comment VS and I will follow up and get you the link to this video series. But basically what happens is every day we send it out at different variables, but you notice on the third day, depending on where people are at in the video series, we're sending them a different message. So you'll notice here, if they haven't really started, if their video number is 0, we're like, yo, go start, right? Here, just watch it, and we're gonna get you automatically to the next one, right? Now, if they're only on the first video, we say, hey, just type back this to get to the next video. So we're always having an individual conversation with them and getting them to the following steps, right? And so what this allows you to do is it allows you to create custom conditions that says whether or not to go forward. So let's go to another flow. Let me show you another example of what I mean here. So let's jump in and let's go in and look at this. Let's see, we have this one here. We've got webinar. Let's look at that one. So let's take a look at this one. So this one uses some conditions as well. So basically what it says is this is registering people for Friday's training. Now you'll notice on this coming Friday, we're going to be teaching people how to sell to real estate agents, gyms, and chiros. So if they subscribe and if they opt in, then we tag them as it. And here's the thing. If they've gone through the survey, then we're going to say, hey, just you can go in and you can watch last one's replay. If they haven't, we're going to ask them if they'd be willing to actually take a survey. And isn't it annoying when you get asked the same question over and over and over and over again, right? Like if you've already given your email or you've already like bought something, or like I even tend to do, sometimes, miss some things sometimes. So it's not always perfect, but basically what you can do is you can actually follow up and you can actually utilize this in a way that makes it more personalized, right? Let me show you some other ones. Let's see. Let's go over. Okay, I have to stop my share because you guys are savages when it comes to getting on my clients' bots. So I can't do any live streams directly from my my bots, right? And or from my agents' bots. And you guys, I mean, I love it. It's great because you guys are awesome. But I can't show you guys the flow on my agent's bot because then you guys will go and test it, and then you'll screw up all their stats, and they'll say, hey, how come all these crazy people from all these other random places are going on my bot? And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. I know exactly why. No, I just say that it's really popular, and it is. So, okay, let me hop back here, and now I should be able to share it. So is anybody here? Is anybody, guys, this is what you guys asked for. So I'm going to ask, okay, are you guys enjoying this? If you guys are enjoying this and this is valuable to you at all, and I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to link up all these flows afterwards, okay? So if you comment just an emoji, all right, I will get you all of these flows that we make today on today's live training. So just drop an emoji if you guys want the flows that we made today, and I'll put them together and get them for you. Now let's go in here, and I want to show you another way that we've utilized these as well. And this was in the real estate space. And check this out, okay? I was actually pretty proud of this one. This one's kind of cool. So check this out. So we actually asked them in previous videos, right? We actually asked them, some questions. So you'll notice here that there are some conditions, and basically what it does is it didn't carry over. So that's kind of sad here. But basically what it says is if they already put in like their email address or their phone number or their contact information, right? Like we don't need to ask them for that, right? But if they didn't, then we're going to go to this next part. And then if they already, right? So if they already submitted their information, then we're going to go here. If they didn't, then and then the next question is about the price point, right? So if they've already submitted their, where they want to, live, then I have to go back and look at these individual, conditions here. But basically you'll notice, like, we're asked one question here, and the first question that we ask them is, oh, here it is. So the first question we ask them is where they're thinking about buying. So if they haven't answered that, then that's the message that they get, okay? Now, if they have answered that, right, then we go, okay, awesome. We also need your price point, right? And if they've answered that after they answer their price point, then we go, okay, we need the email, right? And this is actually where, the agents, they need the email here, or you can easily ask for the phone number. But if they've already given that information and they've already given us and they told us where they're living and they've told us what their price point is and they've told us and they've given us their contact information, then we're going to go here. And so this right here just makes it really, really simple so that you can follow up with them. And maybe like what happens is that people will stop at certain points of your progression, right? And sometimes people will answer one question and not the second one, right? And so if you follow up with them, you don't want to have to re-ask them the first question again, right? If they've already answered that first question, you can just go boom, straight to the second question. And here's how you can actually kind of basically program, right? Or here's how you can actually set up to where if they've already answered those questions, then you can move to the next step. So let me show you with these conditions what you can do. So you can say if their tag is any of these tags, right? If their tag is any of these, let's say like, you have this tag, right? Or this tag, right? And this tag, And let's say like if any of them like and you know this, right? So you can do like if they're any of these, send them this message, right? You can do that. Or what you can do is you can create other types of conditions. So you can go in here and you can say, you know what? Like for example, let's say we have in here like if their phone number has any value, right? Send them this, right? Or if their phone number doesn't, you know, is unknown, right? If we don't have their phone number, send them this. So you can actually program it here with has any value, is unknown. So this is what we're going to, and if it's yes, we're going to send them this. And you can do it basic and you can say if it's no, we're going to send them this. You can keep it super simple, right? And you don't even have to do what we call a condition chain. However, maybe there's not just one or two conditions. Maybe there's multiple variations of what it is that like multiple possibilities, right? And so if you have multiple possibilities, then you just go, okay, then the next step is this. And if they are this, right? And if they, and you can even go in here, and if their gender, you know, is male, send them that. And if it's not, send them this message, right? You can do it like that. And so if it's male, send them this. And if it's anything else, you can either go and you can specifically go, okay, you know what? I want to make one more condition in right here. And then I'm going to say, and then if they are female, if their gender is female, send them this. Excuse me. If their gender is female, send them this. And if their gender is, and if they still is unknown, send them this, right? So all the guys get this, all the females get this, and then everybody else gets this, right? And so you can separate them as much as you want, right? Depending on all of these different types of conditions. Just like you can tag them, right? All the different ways that you can send broadcasts to people. You can send them, you know, all the different segments that you can do within a broadcast. You can do the same thing within conditions, which is awesome. Now, here's what, well, so I'm going to take a peek here. I'm going to take a peek. Do we have any questions about conditions on here as well? So Chris asked if the session is going to be here available for replay. So if you guys want it to be here for replay, hit the like button, all right, so that it'll stay up here in the group and more people can see it. And Yari, the flow is definitely, it's cool, right? And the reason that what's great about it is that these things used to require tons of programming, and these things usually require a lot of being, you know, a lot of coding. And now with tools like Manychat, you can do it quite simply. And similarly with Chatfuel, you can do similar kind of stuff, right? So if we like to do, I like to, and with Chatfuel, you do it a couple of different ways, right? So the simplest way is to, let's just create a block here. The simplest way is just with a go-to block, right? So you can say you can add a filter. So if their segment or their attribute is this, right? And they have an attribute of this, right? And if their phone number is, right, or if their phone number, you know, has any value or starts with, or, you know, whatever, is not blank, right? You can do this right here, or is. You can have all of these right here to be able to send to a particular flow. And so similarly, you can go in and you can do it by attribute. You can do it anybody who's in the sequence, or anybody who was, anybody who was not. So all these things make it really easy for you to be able to create conditions and say, if they match this condition, send them to this flow. However, if they don't, right, then you can add another condition, and you can add another filter, right? And you can add multiple filters, right? So you can add multiple attributes. So both of these things are possible right here on Manychat, and also right here on Chatfuel as well. So Yari, I got you on Chatfuel. So we only got a few people on. I don't know if people just don't want to learn how to build this stuff, but everybody loves how to sell this stuff, right? But it seems like less people want to learn how to build it. So I'm just curious if you guys are, where you guys are at in your chatbot journey. Are you guys just focused on learning how to build them for your clients, or are you just focused on learning how to sell them so that you can offer them to your clients as well, or both? Let me know, because I want to make sure that the trainings are valuable for you. However, this is conditions, and what's great about that is that you can now do this in your follow-up broadcast, right? So you can create conditions for a broadcast. And you can say right here, you can go in and that if they match these types of things, these types of attributes, if they're in this segment and they're in this sequence, then you can send it them this particular message. And then similarly on your broadcast, you can go through and obviously you can segment based on that as well, right? You can segment here in your settings, you can do that. But then also you can send it to a group of people and then have individual conditions within that one message. So you can actually string a series of conditions together so that you can create different messages for people to be able to get as well. So what do you guys got? You guys got any questions? This is for you guys, so feel free to chime away. I've got tons of other stuff that I could be doing today other than doing a live video, but I want to make sure that you guys are getting the value here because you guys are in this group and you guys have decided to join me in this journey. So I want to make sure that you guys get some value out of it. But ask your questions if you guys have any. So Amy's just looking to sell them. So Amy, we have our white label program is open. Okay, so our white label program is open. What does that mean? White label means we create this awesome bot for you, and then we put a white label on it, and then you write your brand, your agency, your company on the front, and then it makes it look like you are the one you're the one doing it, right? This was really popular in a lot of products where people would, like companies and brands would buy products, right, from other manufacturers and then throw their branding on it and sell it for more. And so what's cool is if that you already have an agency and you have some clients that you want to offer it to, or you have a steady stream of clients that you're always prospecting and you want to offer this service to them, we have an opportunity. You go to HD Marketing or m.me/HD Marketing 1, okay? And you can apply there, or you can just comment info and I will get you the link to apply. And then on the other side is we're also bringing on a few people right now to start. We'll probably be bringing on more people consistently. But basically, we want to bring on full-time salespeople onto the HD marketing team to go out there and sell these bots. So if you're someone who's just starting out, if you're someone who's looking for an opportunity to make some money, if you want to go out there and hustle, okay, it is a commission job. But I was just breaking down the structure of it right now. And the cool thing is that, you can make over, upwards of $500 to $1,000, in your first week or two. And then it's upwards from there. And the awesome thing is that we're going to create, you could be making 45% of every single bot that you sell, which is cool, through that program. And, if you sell a $3,000 bot, well, that means that you make, what is that, $1,700? I don't know. What is that? What's 45% times, right? So that's $1,300, right? Like boom, right there. So like what we're talking about is going to be a cool opportunity, but it's going to be for a few special right people, especially right now when we're getting started. So we're looking for people who are motivated and excited to go out there and make some income for themselves through promoting messenger marketing and chatbots. And the cool thing is that we will, for that program, there's lots of options. So if you guys already have an agency and you need someone to fulfill it, and you need someone to build the bots, we've got, we'll do that. And it's short, it's sweet, it's simple. We've got, some options for you. And then if you really want to learn our programs, to go through our training and to really, have an opportunity to go out there and make for yourself, there's obviously opportunities there too. So either way, just comment info if either of those interest you, and I will get you the link to apply. And it's going to be fun, guys. We're going to take over the bot game together. Like it's now, it's awesome because I want to help you learn how to do all these things. Absolutely. But I also realize that there is a large majority of people who don't necessarily want to learn all of the things or learn how to do everything, right? And I'm one of them, because I know at the highest levels, some of these things that you want to be able to code and program and access, different APIs and databases and stuff like that, it's eventually going to be out of my league. And so that's why I brought people onto my team to be able to develop and code and program those things. And so you can utilize those resources that we have to create amazing bots for your clients, or to go out there and sell amazing bots and it may be a shoe-in kind of deal. So anyways, that's that. It's funny, I start talking about you guys making money and everybody hops on. So if you guys want information on that, comment info. Otherwise, if you guys have any questions on conditions, throw those down there, and we'll get into them as well. Isis is, how advanced is Chatfuel compared to Manychat? So Chatfuel is, I would say, a little bit more advanced for the simple fact that you can access and interact with other databases, with other APIs, and it can integrate much more thoroughly that way. Now, with that being said, Chatfuel is a little bit less intuitive, and it is a little bit more, well, it just requires a little bit more of a programmer's mind, right? Which is fine. So if someone has is a programmer, someone's a software developer or something like that, Chatfuel is for them. They're going to love it. It is an amazing tool that makes it so easy for those types of people. If you are a marketer, right? If you're someone who is just understands funnels and understands upsells and downsells and one-time offers and SLOs and high ticket and webinars and all that kind of stuff, Manychat is great for you because it allows you to do all of those things as well, at a high level for very, very inexpensively, right? So with that being said, that's what I would say about that, and that's where I would start with. However, it's being told to me that Manychat is opening up some things in their system that basically allows you to, if you were smart enough and if you wanted to, you could build it in Manychat, and then anything that Manychat wasn't powerful enough to do, you could actually hand it off really easily to Chatfuel, and Chatfuel could take over and do all of that, really, really high level programming, kind of technical interaction, right? And that's coming in a little bit, and so you can definitely look forward to that kind of opportunity. But that's how I answer that. And when people say, which is the best one, Chatfuel or Manychat? And I say it's like Coke and Pepsi, and really it's different strokes for different folks. Manychat is much, much easier to learn, and it's much, much easier for a marketer to pick up and understand because it was built with a marketer's mentality, and it was built to give marketers all of the tools that they have been spending so much money for in things like Infusionsoft and things like ClickFunnels and Actionetics and things that require multiple softwares. And Chatfuel has actually been developed as a programmer's kind of fantasy land, where it makes all of the basic stuff, right? All of the easy kind of interactions. It allows you to have a simple platform to build and to kind of have simple blocks to use, kind of like Legos almost. And then what it also does, though, is it allows you, if you wanted to be able to get really, really technical and really, really specific in the functions that you're doing with regards to the databases and, like I said, the APIs that it's interacting with. And so those are the ways that Chatfuel and Manychat are different. Right now, there's no clear better one right now. However, those are the two that I recommend and that I, build my clients on right now. I've started to mess with some other ones, so stay tuned, and I'll let you know if any other ones are worth talking about. All right, let's see. Any questions, guys? So a couple of things here, okay? I know as a marketer, you're not supposed to give multiple call to actions, but we talked about two things on today's call, and I think I'm going to wrap it up because I've been going for 20 minutes already. So the first thing that we talked about were condition chains, and we talked about just some of these aspects, the ability to use conditions to create a really personalized, interactive, engaging conversation with our customers and helping them to meet them where they're at in the conversation, right? The second thing that we talked about is obviously right now we are launching, HD Marketing is launching our white label service. So I don't want to confuse you, but if you guys want to start selling these things, right, you don't want to build them, okay? If you want to build them, tune me out for the next 30 seconds. If you want to build them, tune me out. If you want to sell them, comment info, okay? And I will get you all that information. If you guys want these flows today that we built for you, comment an emoji. If you want both, throw an emoji and info. I know this is a lot. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm trying to keep up, but we've got to find a way to keep things in line, and we're trying to keep up with all of the links and stuff like that. So if you guys have questions about that stuff, make sure to send any questions to really posting them in the group is probably the best place to get your questions answered, even if it's about some of these links and stuff, so we can fix it. Because a lot of times Facebook has been shutting us down in terms of our commenting. Like we've been replying to too many comments, and so it won't let us. It'll literally just like shut us down. So I'm gonna go back and make sure all of the links are in the posts as well, so that you guys can at least have access to them. So go back through the posts, and if there's any ones that you requested, the links will be up there too. So anywho, I love y'all. I'm gonna make a quick plug. I feel like we've had to have some more likes in here. We were at 18 people have liked this. Okay, I'm gonna see if we can get to 20. If we can get 2 more people to get their finger or their thumb to slam on that like button, I would love all of you guys forever. I do all love you forever. And we guys, here's the cool thing. We're a part of the fastest growing chatbot group in the fucking world. This is kind of cool, right? You guys are a part of it, and I want to help you guys to be successful, so that you guys can go out there and spread the good old bot word. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Yari says, how many coffees have I had today? I have 1 cup of coffee, but that cup of coffee is this big. So that's how it is. I get excited about this stuff. Yari, don't make fun of me. It's not very nice. Oh, I love it. If you guys have any other questions, throw them down there. Otherwise, I'll see you later. We got training on Friday. So quick note, and I'm thinking about it, Yari. The reason I talk so fast is some people are only on this live for like a few seconds, and I got to capture their attention and sink into them. So I think that's what it is. But anyways, have an amazing Wednesday. See y'all later.